Yes.
So so I'm the opinion of women lose their leverage when they
Mm.
give when they give when they give that before the time. It's a statement that a lot of people, especially ladies, don't like to hear because, we're in this era of sexual freedom, women
Mm.
empowerment. Yeah, I can do it. He did it, whatever, and all those kind of things. And I feel like we're getting a little bit of we're getting a bit out of what the script is. God wrote the script in a particular way, and we're trying to sort of rewrite it. And oftentimes we get hurt and we get burned. The reality of it is, for us as guys, whether Christian, whether Holy Ghost filled brother or whatever, we all enjoy sex, and we all enjoy and demand it or want it a whole lot more than women do, for obvious biological reasons. You can multiple date people, you can multi date people, but don't multi sleep with people, or don't even sleep
Mm.
with people at all, because again, it actually kind of blurs your lines and makes you not to see things clearly. When a guy is doing certain things, you probably wouldn't see it very clearly, or you might see it and let it pass because you've invested sort of that connection into it. And there's actually a lot of power in sex, and a lot of power in intimacy. So the whole concept of friends with benefit and all those kind of things, it often gets blurred. The lady falls into relationship and now she wants to, yeah, let's make it serious. We have been doing this, friends with benefit for 5 years. I think we can now go to the next level. The brother is just thinking this is regular, constant good sex. That's all. He doesn't think of any. We have invested so much. What investment? He's just done is the action whenever he wants to. So you have to understand that concept. It's different for us. It's totally different. And it's not like we are just animals or whatever. It's just
Mm-hmm.
our biology is totally different. Our concept of it is totally different. And I think it actually gives a woman a lot of power. Sex gives a woman a lot of power. You understand that when you are aligned with someone and when you're in a relationship with someone, you can actually understand that you have so much power to use. Obviously, you want to use it positively in the aspect of sex. The fact that Joel Austin says, like, it is a lot of responsibility, that you are the only one he can have it with, and it's a
Mm.
lot of power, and it's a lot of power that you are the only one he can have it with. Obviously, it doesn't mean you should use it as a weapon and all those kind of things, but then it just gives you that understanding that this is the dynamics of what we're talking about. So for me, I would say, um, you lose your leverage and all those kind of things when you get involved in that kind of, and you guys don't have that understanding and don't have that alignment of this is where we're going. It's just to us an activity that gives us pleasure and makes us happy at the end of the day, and you might end up hurting yourself at the end of the day.
I would first just preface it by saying, just hear me out. Just hear me out before you say anything. And the first thing I would tell her is, it's a double standard.
Mm.
Don't try to change it. Don't try to rationalize it. Don't try to say, oh, there's plenty of women that can have sex
Yeah.
like men.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
there's all types of double standards. Some swing in different directions. Don't get caught up in trying to rewrite a rule that's been written in time. All right. So, you, as a woman, you are the receiver during sex. So, you are already set up as a vessel, right? So,
Mm.
you just want to be conscious of who you receive. The man is
Mm.
the giver. For us, the way we're designed, our body, our mechanics, our hormones drive us to have sex,
Mm.
to procreate, for enjoyment. You fill in all those gaps. That is what we are wired to do. Now, I'm not saying that women don't have sexual feelings and are not sexual. Of course they are. We are designed to have sex together. So, absolutely, is it pleasurable for a woman? 100%. Should it be? Absolutely. But I would just, and it's always that delicate balance. And it just brings me to a conversation. And I'm not going to, obviously share details, but I just think about my stepdaughter and the conversations that I, along with her dad, tried to have delicately around sex because she would ask. And I would always say, you just want to be wise with your decisions. I want to tell you not to do it. I want to tell you to wait for your husband, wait for that right person, wait for a committed relationship. But I also want to give you the opposite end. Know that if something happens and something goes wrong, you bear the responsibility. And as much as it's great if that person that, the guy that's in it with you is going to step up and, do whatever you decide needs to be done, it still falls on your shoulder. Understand again that men just think about sex differently. We don't necessarily connect those dots between sex and love. It didn't happen for me until I got married. Right? Until I got married, I fully understood what making love was. I understood what that meant, that connection, that energy, that true next level experience happened for me in marriage. Now, that's not to say it can't happen in a relationship, but for me, that connection meant so much more in my marriage. And I don't look for love in a man in a non-committed, non-marital situation. It's a ring toss. It might land, it might not. Most chances are it's probably not going to land because it means something different for us outside of that covenant.
Sex versus love, or is sex love? Sex is definitely not love for me, but the reason why is because, and I think this is a little bit of my my idealistic side coming out, but you can be in love and not touch sex at all. And the way I look at love, it exists on its own. If you want to add sex to that, that's great. Why not? It's a beautiful thing. And if you're not having sex with anybody else, that's fine as well. But love is love. And so if I was going to talk to my daughter, that would be a bigger reason why I would probably say, be careful. Not necessarily because men only want sex or this or that. It's because sex is sex. Sex is sex. And love is love. And love can be, sex can be a part of love. And some people may even say love can be a part of sex. Me, I learned definitely that getting into sexual relationships always messed situations up, especially when I like the person.
This goes, does X equal Y? But Y doesn't always equal X. So what I was like, love, or the conception of love might include great sex.
Yes.
But this great sex doesn't equate love. So when we're trying to separate men and women, I can't, again, I'm not going to make assumption all men, but I can use myself. Can I separate the two, or can men separate the two? I think men might be easier to separating the two, and it might allow them to go through sexual relationships with a lot less like mental trauma than women do. And if a guy is approaching sex, or he's being sexual, or he's being sex forward, to me, that's going to be very impossible for that to turn into love.